Hi YouTubers, welcome to one of my videos. This is another radio that came from my sister. She's asked me to fix and get going for her. This is a PYE treble 13 radio. I would guess it's from the 70s and 80s in era. It's not valve, it is transistorised, as they would call it then. And I don't know if I can see inside it. Let's put this light on. Okay, I might make it easier. You can see it's the chassis's got hardly anything on there. There's the mains transformer, the main tuning capacitor, and what I always suggest people do if they're working on one of these is to close them up so you don't damage the fins. Like that, so you don't catch it. The pilot bulb there is gone. I've got a new one on order, as I don't keep them myself. It's different from the other radio I've got. There's the main switch bank there for long and medium wave. And, whoops, sorry about that. Here's the audio board. It's an audio fault where the audio is very distorted, and I think I've found what the problem is. But before I go on to that, I'll just talk you around the radio. This uses a Mullard module, an LP1156, and this is the radio itself, receiver part, and in here is a group of transistors, but these are early transistors which are made of germanium. Modern transistors are silicon, and these germanium transistors were notoriously bad. They've got 4 electrical connections on it: emitter, collector, base, and a screen. And the common problem with them is crystals grow inside the transistors and they short out to the screen, and which is like the 4th wire. And the common thing you could do was get away with in some cases is to cut the screen wire, and because they used to short out the crystals and it stopped working. So if you cut the screen wire off, it would work again, but it depends where it is in the circuit. You could get away with that. Now, what else can I tell you about it? Yeah, it's not a live chassis radio as such. It has an isolation transformer, but you still have to be careful of the live connections when working on these, because there's obviously mains power 230 volt on the back of the switch there, and also on the top of the transformer there, so you've got to watch your fingers. The later models of these had FM, VHF band, but this has only got a long and medium. The audio board here has been repaired several times, and this uses the old-fashioned germanium transistors again, but these are 3-wire, and these are AC128 and the AC127 transistors. There's not many in there. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 transistors. 2 of the output, 1 will be the what's called a phase splitter, and the 3rd one will be like the preamp. There's no tone control on this, it's just volume. The case is a Bakelite painted case, which is horrendous, and to be honest, the build on these were mass produced, and the build quality on these is nowhere near as good as some radios. You can see it's very higgledy-piggledy and things like that. Just check the aerial coils. No, they're not loose. That's that one is. There you go. Another loose aerial coil there. Look, see. Just turn it. I've already put a dab of glue on the end, so that's something I've got to do. Now the front, it's a pretty horrid looking bit of kit actually. And the switch on the side along immediately there. Hopefully I'll get it going. I've actually took the audio board screws out, so this is loose, but inside the radio case was, was this bit of kit down in the bottom, and this bit of plastic. So I'm really not sure what they are, but let's use a flicker from the light. Let me switch it on. That's right, I don't know if that's better. Yeah, I don't know we can see. And there it's got a ring that side, and it's got a ring that side. So I'm assuming, put this light back on, okay. There we go. Where we can see there's like a ring there and a ring there. So I'm assuming that that was soldered on like that. And it's come off. Now, it may be a temperature sensor of some kind, thermistor, resistor, varistor, I don't know quite what it is. I don't have a service manual, and the chances of getting one of these is very remote. So I've tested it with a meter and it reads about 100 ohms, and you can see that side silvered and that side silvered, and I assume that enables it to be soldered. So what I'm wondering, if I make a piece of metal that fits on that side of it, very thin tin or something, a piece of metal that fits that side of it, it'll make good electrical connections, and if I put the sleeve back over the top, it might hold it all together just by pressure, but I'm not sure, so I'll have a go at that. Now I haven't got any thin pieces of tin around, but I've got plenty of these horrible USB leads. I seem to have dozens of them, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut one up, well I started to, and I'm going to use the metal from this USB plug and to make strips to go along the side of that, and hopefully it'll make a good electrical connection and repair this bit of kit. So far so good. Got some thin tin I can use. Flatten the USB connector. So I've got some thin, I think it's brass actually. I'm going to cut it into strips that hopefully will be able to go along here, each side of this device or component or what the hell it is. Now I've cut the two pieces of the USB from there on the lead, and I've made the two small thin plates. I've just hammered them to make them completely flat, and just by chance the metal's got these little lugs on, so I can use those for the electrical connection. So I'm going to solder some wires on there, and then it'd be a matter of putting them each side of this piece of carbon or whatever it is, and put some heat shrink sleeving over the top. Now I've made them two metal contacts, soldered the wires on, so now they're going to be placed each side, and then I'm somehow going to heat shrink it, and hopefully the surface area will be enough to make electrical contact. Well, the wires are soldered on, the heat shrink's on. Now all I can do now is put it in the circuit and see what happens. You know, solder it in the circuit board I should say. Well, that's it fitted. Standing there, that's how it was, the usual one, just flopping about in the middle of nowhere. and it says it's got two pieces of metal, one each side of whatever it is, two lots of heat shrink sleeving over it, which is pressing it onto the surface, two new wires soldered in, and testing time. Ooh. That's quiet on that band. Let's go over to
willingness to help and make an impact positively.
Are these effects permanent on children's lives? Are they stunted for the rest of their life? Is there a chance for them to develop?
noisy volume
There's good
control.
evidence that
Oui, 10 comme 10 € de réduction en mars et avril.
With illegal lending. And then the low point, I suppose, came
Cosmétique.
it is one of the best predictors of how long you live.
Right, let's time these in wave. Noisy switch.
Independent sales data from 20CI for 12 months to April 2018.
Well, that's it. Works. And yeah, so just get the pilot lamp in, do a bit of cleaning. Not doing a lot to this one. And that looks like it's a success. One thing I'm a little bit worried about, this passed its electrical safety test on the 28th of the 11th 2018, but I have noticed something that isn't safe. Spot what isn't safe. Okay, no, it's not the colour coding of the wiring, it's the fuse. It's fitted with a 13 amp fuse, and it should have at least a 3 or a 5 in it. So that's not safe as it stands with a 13 amp fuse fitted in a low power device. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.